Jets fans, today the agenda is serious. It's not about play, it's not about lineup, it's not about exchange, it's about life, about what is far above football. A Jets player suffered a worrying turnaround after a violent episode in Manhattan, and now the team is faced with a scenario of uncertainty that goes beyond the field. Let's unravel everything that happened with cornerback Kris Boyd, explain what is already known, how it affects the Jets' defense, the team's next steps, and the human impact behind the news. But before we get into it, if you're a die-hard Jets fan, make sure you're subscribed to Jetstream News. We're your go-to source for daily engaging content on all things. Help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers this offseason by hitting that subscribe button now. Welcome to the Jetstream News Channel, your New York Jets news channel. Here you will find fresh news, and to follow everything, don't forget to subscribe. Today, only 20.2% are subscribed to our channel. Help us by sharing so that the news reaches many more people. Let's go to today's news. Imagine this. You finally leave the hospital after surviving a shot in the abdomen. The expectation is to rest, breathe, try to start over. But a few days later, what seemed like the beginning of recovery becomes an even bigger scare. That's exactly what happened to Kris Boyd, cornerback of the New York Jets. On November 16th, Boyd was shot during the night in Manhattan. Preliminary information said that he was stable and after a few days hospitalized was discharged. But the case took a turn. Due to complications, he had to go back to the hospital. This return rekindles all doubts. Did the state get worse? Is there a risk for the career? And especially, what is the emotional and psychological impact of all this? Kris Boyd was never a superstar in the NFL, but he always carried a clear reputation. Hardworking, disciplined, physical, and useful athlete in the depth chart of any defense. In the rotation of the Jets, he was a versatile piece. He contributed mainly to special teams and specific defensive packages. For a team that had already been suffering from injuries, instability, and constant changes in defense, Boyd represented depth. And depth, in a league as brutal as the NFL, is worth gold. His absence was already felt. Now, with the worsening state of health, the Jets face an even greater void. Let's reconstruct what is known so far. November 16th, Kris Boyd is shot in the abdomen during an incident in Manhattan. The police open an investigation. Boyd is treated in an emergency, undergoes procedures, and after a few days, is discharged. In the last 2 days, post-injury complications force him to return to the hospital. There is no forecast of return to the team, no timeline, no expectation. Everything is uncertain. The total focus is on his health, as it should be. The message basically is simple. The case is still open, both in the medical and police sense. This type of event stirs the locker room. Players are fierce competitors, but they are also brothers by profession. When one of them is injured in a violent episode, everyone feels it. In addition to human pain, there are direct repercussions on the team. The Jets already dealt with instability in position, developing young people, weekly tactical adjustments. Without Boyd, the rotation is shorter. This forces more snaps for less prepared players, last-minute adaptations, changes in defensive packages. No one trains the same after a colleague returns to the hospital because of a shot. This influences focus, energy, environment. Jets can go after replacement, it wouldn't be a surprise. Defensive backs work out in the next few days. Hiring for practice squad, emergency movements. GM Darren Maugi doesn't usually wait long when he needs to plug holes. NFL is not a video game. Players are 20, 30-year-old men living in big cities with pressure, sudden fame, constant circulation. An episode like this forces teams and calls them to look at security protocols. The Jets will inevitably reinforce internal guidance, travel logistics, psychological support, security presence when necessary. It all depends on the next few days. In cases of shooting in the abdomen, complications may involve infections, healing problems, internal bleeding, muscle damage. If it is only a temporary complication, there is a chance of complete recovery, but this requires months, not weeks. If there is deeper damage, the career can be threatened. And here is the most delicate part. No one within the Jets is thinking about returning to the fields now. The focus is on life, health, stability. This story reminds everyone, including fans, that players are not just highlight reels. Boyd is not just a number in defense. It's a man living a real battle, far above any game. For the Jets, this is further proof that 2025 is the strangest and most turbulent year of the franchise in a decade. For Boyd, it's the most difficult fight of his life. And for those who follow the team, it is a reminder that the NFL is a universe in which the line between glory and tragedy is thin. Until new updates appear, the word is only one: wait and respect. And as always, go for it, Jets. Thanks for watching.